What I would say is to own the fact that your complaints don't have to remain complaints. If you don't like the job that you're in, I think you have to own the fact that you don't like it and then take those complaints and use those as a platform for change, really. For me, when I was in a job that I didn't like, I mean, I worked in corporate America. I was making a very good living, making just north of $100,000 a year. It was wonderful. I think the challenge for me was just that I wasn't passionate about it. I went in there every day. I was working for people who didn't like me, and half the time I didn't like them either. I was making a good living, but it was Sunday night. On Sunday night, I would look forward to. I was really looking forward to Friday. So I looked at it like this: I was giving away my week to doing work and being around people I didn't want to be around. And it wasn't serving me. I'm making these executives. Most of them I never see or would never really meet half the time. I'm making them all this money and I'm miserable. So to me, I used to complain every single day. On the ride home, I called my grandmother, and it was my grandmother who told me one day when I was calling on the ride home, complaining about work, she says, "Why don't you do something different?" And that different, people will often advise you to do things within the lane of what they are aware of. So for her, what she recommended to me was, "Why don't you get an insurance license?" And I said, okay. That's what she had been doing since 1981. So I thought, okay, well, I can try it. I know numbers really well. I'm good with people. It seemed to make sense. And I'm so happy I did that, because that one action of choosing to take a risk on myself, put some effort into doing something different, to say, I'm going to take one weekend out, and rather than going to happy hour and hanging out with friends as a distraction from the week of work that I didn't enjoy, I'm going to sacrifice this one weekend and actually go to a class to learn something different. And it was through doing that, literally. I went up to a class in Gaithersburg, Maryland, at a Holiday Inn hotels, in one of those little small hotel conference rooms. And for 8 hours on Saturday, 8 hours on Sunday, I learned about insurance. And I sat and took a test 4 or 5 days later, I want to say. And to me, even though I could not become self-employed and leave my job immediately, the fact that I had taken action, the fact that I had stopped complaining and decided I was going to take action to create a change, it changed my mindset about my day job, because my day job instantly became just a temporary stepping stool to hold me over until I could move into that thing that I was building. So my advice to anyone who is complaining about their day job, who's not happy with it, is to decide that you don't have to complain anymore, to decide that you deserve a life where you can enjoy the things that you do, and you can be within work where, rather it's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, where you can actually look forward to the next day of whatever that has to offer you, and do whatever the steps are that you need to do in order to create that for yourself. That's my advice, because it is more than possible. But first, you've got to stop complaining and focus on what you can do to change your situation.